Hello. Hello, beautiful people. Hello. I just wanted to pop in and say happy March. It is a new month. And the cool thing is that this week we also experience a new moon energy. So it's like double the newness, the beginning, right? New beginning part of it. And I feel like we experienced this like last month too. And even when the year was starting, like we're having these um, powerful collaboration between the lunar energy and the universal intention. Let's put it that way. And so, welcome to March. March is all about relationships, right? It's very interesting because February, because of Valentine's Day, is usually perceived as the month of relationship. But February's energy is really about self love, and I love that. And it makes sense that the self love needs to happen before relationship can come in, right? And I'm talking about, whether it's like a soul partnership or a business partnership or friendship, right? Is how we relate to others, right? So this month is going to be all about that. And just looking at everything that's going on in the world, I'm really getting this sense of redefining how we relate to each other as human beings. And so, one thing that I do every month, and this is one of the things that I teach in my Goddess Unleashed program, I pull a card to kind of get, well, not just one card, because there's so many different themes that I want to look at, right, to get clarity. There's a whole system to it. I'm a Virgo. And so, yeah, I pulled cards, and one of them stuck out to me that it needed to be shared. Someone needs to hear this too. It moved me. Like, I love it. It's just a perfect message for all of us. So for if you're listening to this, maybe this is for you, right? Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. Let's see here. Okay, so there's one more thing I wanted to come in before I share the message. Okay. So in March, like, how many of you are feeling the energy, that fire building, right? As we get closer and closer to spring. It's the first day of spring is March 20th. I don't know. I woke up this morning, like I looked at the time, I was like 3:48, wide awake, have all the energy in the world. And not just that, the ideas were like flowing in. And it's like not just the ideas, but also how to activate it, actualize it, like get it out there, right? It's been a dynamic day. Let's just put it that way. And when it's time for me to go to bed tonight, I'm going to sleep really well. But I wonder how many of you are feeling this buildup of fire, right? Buildup of life that is happening. Like here this week is beautiful, right? It feels like spring. It's like 60 to 65 degrees all week. And then in the weekend, we're going to have some rain and some snow. But it's like you can feel the energy begin to shift, right? And this is what, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I always correlate our lives and even like how the universe comes into co-create with us with nature, right? So looking at how the seasons is changing, how can you correlate to your own life, your dreams, your intentions? How can you bring that energy to that? So usually, in January or February, I like to do it more in February. Most people will set the intentions, which is like planting your seeds, right? And then, as it is in the beautiful, fertile earth, it is able to just get the nourishment that it needs. It begins to like establish some roots, right? Getting ready for spring so they can just push up, right? That's exactly what is going on. Like, look at it on your, on the level of your intentions, the intentions that you planted. If you haven't set intentions yet, it's okay, because you can do it anytime. Just tap into that energy. It's always circling around. It's always dancing with us, right? So when, the intentions that you set, they're getting ready to sprout up. What do they need? Perhaps this would be a perfect time to revisit your intentions, especially if you set your intentions December or even in January, because usually those, January is like a transition month. Like we are not usually in the new year energy yet until probably like mid-February. Like you'll feel it when we switch. And I've talked about this before, right? And so if you set intentions before, like in December or January, it's worth it to take a look, like review it, because you're in a new energy now, and it might no longer resonate with you anymore, and that's okay, right? But you got to be aware of that so you can take out the weeds and you can bring in the seeds that you really want to grow with this energy. So it's a perfect time to review your intentions. It's a perfect time to also set new intentions, right? So play with this energy, feel it in your body. That's the beauty. It's like go beyond even the intentions and step onto the earth and really receive that mana coming from the Divine Mother, that life force flowing into your body. Ask for healing, like just bring it into your body, build up your life force, build up your light, because that is exactly what the energy is doing currently, right? Be in alignment with the flow of energy. That's how life becomes in flow and in tune and aligned. That's why I do what I do, right? Teaching you how to understand energy. When you get that part, it makes the physical life so much easier. When you can see the energies that are constantly around you, supporting you and waiting to co-create with you, when you understand how they dance, how they move, how they come in, you can begin to dance with them and receive their support. Their support in your life with your intentions, with creating your heart's desires, right? Creating your dream life. Yeah, it's beautiful. So if you have an intention that you would like to share, go ahead and share it in the comments. I want to see some of the intentions that you have for this year and how it moves you, how it just ignites your heart. Like this week in the Goddess Unleashed program, they're really diving into intentions, setting or receiving soul-led intentions. And it's a whole process that I walk them through, because intentions need to go beyond just asking for the surface stuff, right? Or the things that I think I need, right? We need to tap into our soul intentions for us. They're the ones that manifest. They're the ones that are fulfilling. They're the ones that ignite you, right? And so that's what I'm teaching them in there. And by the end of the weekend, we're going to anchor all of that intention. We're going to just put it into that fertile earth for it to grow and just receive all that it needs. It's going to be delicious. If you're interested in joining that program, this is the last month that you can join my Goddess Unleashed program. So if you're interested, send me a message. Let's get on a call and see if this is a good program for you. It is a year-long program where you get to master yourself, get to master your magic, get to discover who you are and how you operate in this world. You get to build that inner fortitude so you're able to stand your ground. You're able to stay centered even when life is like going back and forth, right? And swirling everywhere like tornadoes, right? You always get to find your center. And, of course, everything I do, this energy, this goddess work. So we incorporate all of that in there. It's a delicious program that supports you to be all that you are. So the women in there are already flourishing. It's always such a treat to like watch them expand and grow and get into that flow. It's beautiful. So if you're interested, if you're hearing this, you're like, I need that, or I feel called to this. It'll probably be like, I feel called to this. Send me a message. Let's get on a call and let's see if this program is the right one for you. All right. So this is the card that I was talking about. And it's from the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle Cards deck. And it's called Come Together. We Need Each Other. And you can, if you can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful card, right? So here's the message. Are you willing to open to receive it? To all who needs to hear this message, here you go. There is a lot of distraction and fear in the world. And when we give our attention to these outside forces, we lose sight of our authentic power. You have the power to live in harmony and peace. You have the power to live in harmony and peace, but it depends on how you show up for others. Look at any area in your life where you are resisting and judging. Are you pushing against what you fear and lashing out energetically? We live in a system that thrives on pushing us apart and keeping us separate from one another. Don't fall into this trap. We need each other, differences and all. Just because someone has a different view doesn't mean it isn't valid. We all can exist together by allowing each other to be who we really are. Look at the separations in your life at this time and make a commitment to bring more unity, compassion, and understanding to each situation and relationships. Remember, this month is all about relationships. Perfect. You know, intuitively, this separation from others who see things differently isn't working. It isn't your true nature. Allow room for all beliefs and truly support others with kindness and love. Listen with care, remove judgment, and refrain from needing to prove anyone right or wrong. Has part of your life become isolated in a bubble because you have surrounded yourself with a worldview that supports and reinforces your own beliefs? Oh, thank you, Hollis. Thank you. I'm repping my motherland. If so, this separation is causing you even more despair. The true you, your spirit, and best self needs diversity, contrast, connection, and unity. And to be honest, I really feel like that's where the most growth really happens, right? This is an invitation to accept and allow for differences. We are all one and need each other. Strive for unity. This is the world your soul truly wants to live in. Further meaning can be drawn from the earth image, and I'm going to show you the card again. There we go. From the earth image in this card. Mother Earth, Gaia, has immense healing energy. Every culture has their version of the earth goddess. The Greeks call her Gaia, while the Incas know her as Pachamama. She is the personification of the earth and the great mother energy, and the protector of all. Earth energy is maternal, warm, nurturing, and joyous, with no tolerance for cruelty, distraction, or abuse. It is abundant in its gifts and supportive of all life. This is a reminder of how important Mother Earth is for the sustainable future of humanity. Do your part to appreciate, protect, support, and nourish the planet. This care will be returned tenfold. You are being called to reconnect and remember the loving presence of Gaia all around you. Acknowledge all the bounty Earth offers in her infinite love, and together you can co-create a utopian world. And so the question that comes with this that you can contemplate on this month, where have I been separating myself or pushing against others and the world? This is so delicious. Where have I been separating myself or pushing against others and the world? And I really love that. What I love about this message, at least what I received from this message when I pulled the card, is how it starts with you. And this is something we also talked about in the Goddess Unleashed program in our group meeting on Sunday. It begins with you, right? You find that peace within you first. And then that kind of just ripples out into the world and creates and anchors that frequency and energy of peace, right? So we know we are asking for more peace and unity in this world, but it got to start with each and every one of us. Where within yourself are you experiencing separation? There's so much there, right? Separation between physical and spiritual, separation between human and divine, separation between the outward and the inward, right? There's so much that can go on that it might be, anchored in your subconscious or superconscious mind, right? Dig deep there. Well, you don't have to. It's going to come up for you to work through it this month, right? Where within yourself, where within your life, the different areas of your life, are you experiencing separation? Are you experiencing judgment? And how can you bring more peace and unity within yourself and also in the world? It begins with you. Every single step that you take, whether small or big step, it sends out a ripple into the earth. And it anchors that blessing, that gift, that frequency, that energy into humanity. Okay. I'm going to leave it here. So thank you for joining me and receiving this beautiful message. Let me know how it resonates with you. Put that in the comments. And if you heard this and you're like, oh, I love your energy, I would love to work with you, send me a message. Let's go ahead and schedule a time. Let's schedule a connection call where we get to talk with each other and I can find out what you need in your life at this time and how we can work together to anchor that and bring that in to manifestation and actualization. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you, from my heart to yours. So much peace to you, so much love to you. Until next time. Mwah. Bye.